Just a quick review of the GenetGo trigger thumb splint. You can use this for trigger thumb, of course. A lot of people are going to be using it for that, but there's a lot of other reasons why you could also use this splint. If you just have like an overworked thumb and you just want to rest it, this splint will immobilize the wrist and the thumb and all the joints and just kind of give it a chance to rest and relax and recuperate. So you'd like say overworked thumb. If you have like thumb arthritis, this would also be a good brace you could use, particularly if you have like base of the thumb arthritis or what they call CMC or carpometacarpal joint arthritis. You could also use it for thumb arthritis too. So a lot of different uses. There's lots of these to choose from on the internet. So I'm going to go over a few of the features I really like about this the best. The first is that it has a breathable fabric. What good is a brace that does exactly what it's supposed to do, but you really can't wear it because it's hot? Especially in like the summer, if you're really going to wear this all the time, any length of time, you could get sweaty, and then the brace starts to smell, and then you're about washing it, that kind of stuff. So I really like that the fabric is breathable. It also has a built-in bendable aluminum splint along the side here to give you some additional stability there. Not only do you have the material that's wrapping around it giving you support, but you also got a little extra firm support along the side. And the other thing I really like about this is that it fits both the left or the right hand. So you don't have to worry about buying a left or a right, which is good because let's say you use it on your right hand for a while, right hand's feeling fine, later on down the road my left thumb's starting to bother me. Well, you don't have to buy a whole new brace for that. You can just pick the same one up and use it. So it's good it fits either the right or the left hand, which I really like. So if you're looking for some external stability, external stability being, support and stability outside of the joint and the thumb, there actually is internal stability, which is like, we're talking like the muscles to get also internal support. So there are some things you can do also to get other support for your thumb. There are a couple muscles in particular you could strengthen. This is the Healthy Thumb Handbook. I'll show you the pictures of the muscles. There's not that many good thumb books out there. This is actually one of the better ones. I guess nobody's really writing much on the thumb. Okay, let me show you the picture. So basically they're going over some anatomy here. Lots of pictures. If you're a visual learner, you really find this an easy read. Let's see, relaxing your thumb muscles. Shows you how to make a homemade hot pack. I thought that was kind of cool, but heat's really nothing groundbreaking. Get rid of those trigger points. So this is interesting. So you might have, let's say you have thumb arthritis, or you've just irritated the joint because you're overusing your thumb. Well, basically, you could have pain coming from the joint, of course, but also if you have joint pain, a lot of times the muscles around the joint react to what's going on in the joint, and then they become irritable. And then you develop like these irritable spots called trigger points. So not only do you have joint pain, but you also have muscular pain. So your pain is actually a component of two different things. So it's always good to iron out any trigger points you have. Just kind of an interesting tidbit there. If you do have base of the thumb arthritis, chances are your web space is getting tight, and you definitely need to stretch that out. Well, here's a good one. So if you do have issues with like thumb arthritis, taking pressure off the thumb joint, this shows you a really easy thumb distraction technique you can use. Joints that are overworked or joints that are arthritic, they just love to be distracted, and that's where you pull them apart a matter of millimeters. Basically, they love it because it just takes all the pressure off the joint, and that makes them happy. They don't have to work too much. It's like there's no pressure on me. I can rest, I can relax, recuperate, circulation's better, so they just love that. Good way to get the joint pain down. Okay, so here we go, getting maximal thumb joint stability. First muscle is the abductor pollicis longus. As you can see, that muscle goes right to the base of the thumb, and that's where it stabilizes that lower thumb joint. We're talking like one exercise here that maybe take you like a minute and a half. And you don't even need to do these exercises every day. If you do them every other day and give the muscles time to rest and recuperate in between exercises, so you only really have to do like 2 or 3 times a week. Anyway, other muscle is the first dorsal interossei muscle. As you can see, that muscle attaches right to the base of the thumb and supports it. So here again, this is internal stability. A couple exercises, doing it 2 or 3 times a week. If you know what to do, there's really a lot you can do for thumb problems that a lot of people don't know about. But anyway, as far as external stability, I think this is a good brace, got lots of good features, so definitely check it out.